Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video I'll be unboxing Escape from Stalingrad Z by Marco Picota. I'll also be unboxing these character miniature expansions, so there's lots to look at in this video. These boxes are packed with some pretty cool stuff. Now, I was going to do one video where I did an overview of the game and a review, but I thought because there's quite a lot here, I'll do the unboxing video first, and then later on next week I'll give you a really good review of the gameplay because I've got lots planned for this over the weekend. Going to be giving it a good run through, having a go at many of the scenarios, so really looking forward to that. So tune in next week and you'll see the second part of this, but in this video we're going to go right through the unboxing and have a real good look at the contents. A massive thank you to Marco for kindly sending me out this great selection to have a real good look at the game and share it with you. This video isn't sponsored, but I did receive all these products for free, and I met Marco at the UK Games Expo last month, and I really enjoyed meeting the creator of the game, hearing the passion behind it, and it's really cool to see such a really well put together product. When you see this unboxed, you'll see that the quality is really nice. So lots to like about this just in the unboxing, and then we'll have a good look at the rules and everything in the next video. But here we are. Here's all the contents of the box. I'm going to get it all out on the table, have a look at each component individually, and hopefully this will give you a good idea whether or not this is the sort of game you'd like to add to your collection. So here we've got our character cards, we've got all the little plastic stands, because you can play this in two ways. You can play it with little cardboard minis that go in the stands, or you can get the proper plastic ones, which we'll be having a look at a little later on too. Here's the different dice, some custom dice. You've got D20 and then these custom D6-sided dice with all the different markings on. We're going to get this pack, which is going to have our books in there, and there's some tokens in the bottom too. And right at the end of this video, I'll link to the Game Found campaign. It's already been funded and it's now been distributed, but you can still purchase this here in different formats. You can buy the book with the tokens, you can buy the box which comes with the standees, and then everything else. So there's lots of different options there, also all the miniature expansions too. But here's everything that comes in this box set. So let's get the books open first and we'll have a really good look through those. And we're going to get this pack here which contains two different books. We're also going to get a couple of little bags in there. We'll get rid of those out of the way. That's going to be handy to keep all our tokens in later, so really nice that that's included. Here's the rule book, and the cover art's really nice on this. You've got these kind of photos, but they do look like the models rather than real people, which is a really nice touch. Also quite misty and vague, which I really like. First impressions from the pages, really nice. I like this black and white pen and ink artwork. I think it's nice and simple, but it gives you that old RPG kind of feel to it, which is really good. And then you've got all the blood splatter on each page, which is kind of cool for these kind of zombie games. I really like that. Lots of great diagrams so you can see the rules in action on the game boards. So that's really cool. It's great to have lots of images in amongst all the different rules, I think. If it's just text, it can be too much, a lot to read through. But when you get actual examples of the gameplay, that's really nice. Now, at this stage, I haven't gone through all the rules, so that'll be covered in the next video. This is really just to give you a good look at the box contents and then the different packs you can pick up and buy from the Game Found. But lots of nice imagery. I'm really liking that. It's spaced well. It looks like the headings are very clear and broken up. I'm noticing bullet points as well, which is really handy. So I like it when the rules do that. Sometimes you just read a block of text, it's too much. Breaking it down into the bullet points really helps to digest it. And then you've got these character cards here as well. So that's the rule book, and I'll be going through that in great detail, ready to play the game. Now behind that, you're going to find these tokens, and this is what you'll get if you go for the first option, which is to get the book with the tokens and everything. So you can play with this pack here. This is everything you're going to get for the first option on the Game Found campaign. And then some really nice ones. Their hands and hearts look pretty good. And then you've got all these ones as well. So 2 token boards included. Very nicely done, really well themed. I like the crates, so you don't know what's going to be in those. And then we'll look at the back as well. And here you can see all the different question marks. So I guess these are going to be face down, and then you're going to turn them and then get some nice surprises. Handy reference guide there on the inside of that cardboard outer. And then here we've got the ring binder book with some more references there for the weapons. And that's the back as we saw on the box. Let's grab this book then. So this is going to be our scenario book, and this is a ring binder. So this is where you're actually going to play the game, which I think is fantastic. So it opens up, you're going to get it nice and flat on the gaming surface. You've got your introduction there, and we're right into it. We've got over 45 scenarios in here to play. So you've got all the game rules for the scenario on the left-hand side, and then you've got the map that you're going to be playing in on the right. And that's perfect. Everything on 2 pages. And then, of course, once you've got the rules down, this should be all you need. Your character cards and the rules for the scenarios. And then you're going to play using either the plastic miniatures or the standees or the tokens, and then play right out of the book. And this is going to be so cool. You just lay it out on the table and that's it. You can all gather around it, or if you want to play it on your own because it's solo or co-op, then you can certainly do that too. And Marco, the creator of the game, has also come up with a system so that you can play this as a tabletop skirmish game with proper 3D terrain, make it out on a bigger board, so you've got that option as well. So there's a lot going on with this game, and it certainly deserves a few videos for sure. So there we go, there's a scenario book. I really like that. Then we've got these standees, these little pop-outs, double-sided card again, and then nicely detailed coloured images. You can see you just pop it out like that, and then you get this bag. You get loads of these little standees in there, and you just take one out, and then you just pop it in, and that's going to hold it in place, and then you can use that to play on the book as well. So if you don't want to use the tokens, you could use that. And this is the second option, as you'll see later on GameFound. You can choose to get this as your second option, where you get the extra tokens as well. And here we can see some of the different weapons, and you've got lots of items, gear, ammo, all sorts going on there. So very nicely done. And these are nice and thick. Looks like the print quality is really good. I love how on the back you've got the little crates with the weapon on. Again, you don't know what's going to be in there until you flip it. Next up, we've got the 8 double layer character sheets. This is going to give us all the information and our way to track and keep a record of everything our characters do. Again, nice thick card, really nicely done on the print, really great quality. I think in everything that we've seen so far, you can really feel the quality of it, so it's not been skimped at all. This has really been done well. I'm very impressed by it. It's a great looking game. And this is one of the games I've really been looking forward to getting hold of and giving it a go. So I can't wait to spend the weekend on this and then let you know next week how it went. So you're going to get some little markers to use in this. So here they are. These are resin. I thought they were going to be wood at first, but these are little resin ones. You're going to get 23 of these little hex markers all together, and then they're going to go in there along there as you track them through the game. Next, you've got 3 dice. These are D12. I said D20 earlier, but these are D12. 1 black and then 2 white with a nice splatter of blood effect there. Always cool to do that. Let's get a roll. 12 straight away. Nice. And then we've got some other dice. These are your 4 themed dice. So you can see they've got different symbols on there that are going to relate to those rules later on. Let's roll those, see what we get. Right, that's covered all the game contents, and now we'll have a look at these hero characters. There's going to be 4 model sets. These are the miniature expansions that you can buy separately, and again, these are on GameFound. There's bundles and different options if you want to check it out, but these are going to give you 8 of the heroes. So these are the same heroes that are featured as tokens or standees, depending how you buy the game. But now you can get them as the plastic miniatures too. I've got to say, the packaging on this is so nicely done. Really cool. You've got the magnetic strip at the front there that keeps it shut. Really nice black thick card, well protected with all these foam inserts, and then your models are inside. So really nicely put together. And here are the models, all one piece, no building required. Going to be a little bit of tidying up to do on the mould lines before you get them painted. It's really nice that they're already built, so you haven't got to worry about assembling them. You can just get painting, or even just play them like this if you wanted to, and get stuck in straight away. Lots of different characters and posing, really setting the scene and the aesthetic of the game. I'll show you all the miniatures, we'll look through all the different expansions. I'll just tell you a little bit about the game as well as we go through. It's a 1 to 3 player game, and it's a narrative campaign, and you can play a solo, co-op or versus, and I really like the idea of solo for this. That's what really attracted me to it. It's going to take about 20 to 40 minutes to play each scenario, and so you can see with 45 scenarios to play, you've got a lot of game time with this, and it's the idea, because you're going along and playing out a story, you are making your own adventure as you go along, and that's a really big appeal. So they literally are taking one of those like create your own adventure books, and you're playing in the book too, which I really like. It's all nice and compact, and having the models is going to be fun. I like the standees though. I think there's something a bit nostalgic about that almost. Things you'd make as a kid, but on a much better scale obviously. I remember as a kid I had plastic soldiers, but I'd also make little characters on paper and stand them up and play games with them. So it's really fun to be able to do that with the cardboard ones that come in the game, but it's going to be great with the models as well. The solo version of this, I'm really looking forward to see how the AI works. That's something I can't wait to break down and share with you next week as well. And I'll also show you a bit more about how you can play it as a tabletop skirmish game too. But we'll be focusing on the book first and then the skirmish game later on. Now you can see we're on to the second box of miniatures. These are the beta zombies. You're going to get 10 in here altogether. There's going to be 3 Soviet officers, 3 Soviet soldiers and 4 German soldiers. So a little bit of repetition with the models, but these aren't going to be like the main characters. These are going to be the beta ones. So nice selection to go up against there. Next up are the boss zombies, and these are in a little smaller box. Again though, you've still got the magnetic strip. Really nicely done. The printing and packaging is fantastic on this game. It looks really good. And inside you can see 3 models. These feel a little bit bigger, a little bit chunkier. Same size bases though. You're going to get 1 Omega model. This is your 50mm size, so a little bit bigger than the others. And then you're going to get 2 other models in there. This one here is the Tankistka. This is 45mm in size, but you can definitely feel nice chunky models these. And then the final one in there looks to be like another German soldier, but this is the Grinzer, and I love the skeleton face that he's got. I think that's really cool. Nice detail on the back too, the packaging and everything. So yeah, it's a really nice models, but the packaging is just excellent. We've got one more box to look at. These are the advanced zombies. And in here, you're going to get 6 miniatures. You're going to get 1 alpha, 3 armoured, and then 2, I can't say these words, Kugelfish. I'm not sure if I've said that right, but that's going to give you a nice selection as well. So with all these different packs, you've got tons of models to get playing with. And I think when you start the skirmish version of this game outside of the book, these are really going to come into their own. And you can imagine with all these, some are going to be fast. This one's probably going to be harder to take down. His vest is going to absorb some of the hits for sure. And yeah, they're going to have different roles to play in the game, as you would imagine. This one looks like a bit of a screamer, so look out for that one. There we go then, that's all the contents from Escape from Stalingrad Z, the different ways you can pick it up from the GameFound website and also the expansions too. One thing I'm really looking forward to is giving this a go with the solo play, seeing the AI, how that works. And I'm actually going away this weekend. I'm going camping of all things. I'm going to take it camping with me. I think it's a perfect compact game to take with you. You could take the standees, you could take the tokens, and then you could just play it in the tent because you're just playing out the book. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. And so that'll give me a nice time to chill out, play with my boy. He's going to love this in between our football games and rugby and stuff. So it should be a really good fun weekend. If you want to find out more about this, then there's a link in the description down below to Escape from Stalingrad Z on gamefound.com, and there you can see the different ways you can pick this up, the different levels and things you can add to it, like the models. And this isn't a new GameFound campaign. This has been funded already. Now you can just buy it. So it's already been shipped to everybody who funded it, but it's available to everybody now. And I think this is going to be one of those games you see popping up with a lot of game retailers too. Hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. I'd love to know what you think about this game. If you've got it and given it a go, let us know in the comments down below. Also, a big thanks to Marco again for sending it out. Really appreciate that and can't wait to do that next video for you next week to have a look at. So thanks again. If you liked the video, it'd be great if you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.